here we are in Death Valley, the first stop, Badwater. And this is a boardwalk so that you protect the little salt crystals on the ground. We're 283 feet below sea level, the lowest point in, I guess, the Western Hemisphere, maybe the whole world. And this is the hottest area that the world has ever been, 134 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the Badwater pool. Little crustaceans and mollusks live in here, and it's from an aquifer under the ground. Golf course. Little jagged salt crystals. So here we left the Devil's Golf Course, and we're on the Badwater Road heading back to the Borax Mine. This used to be the most popular hike in Death Valley, and it used to be paved for cars, but no longer. Now you have to hike. And that's the trailhead. So this is a description of what was here before, and this is where the refinery was. So we're near the Borax Mines we're going in. Today is March 2nd, 2022. We're in Death Valley, and this is the Borax Mine, where they invented the 20-mule team to carry the borax from the mine 165 miles into Barstow.
Though steeped in legend, the frenzied search for gold and other metals in Death Valley produced few fortunes. Borax, the white gold of the desert, ranks as the valley's most profitable mineral. Harmony Borax Works in front of you was one of Death Valley's first borax operations, operated from 1883 to 1888. Living at Harmony, crude shelters and tents once dotted the flat below you. Chinese workers slept and ate there. Other employees lived at what is now Furnace Creek Ranch. This 1892 photo, taken after the works closed, shows the Borax Works in the center of the view and the company village. Financial problems of owner William T. Coleman and borax discoveries in other parts of California forced the Harmony operation to close in 1888 after 5 years of operation.
So these are the carriages that they filled up with borax, and the 20 mules would be pulling to Barstow. It would take them 30 days. They went 2 miles an hour. So these rear wheels are 7 feet high, and the whole train was about 100 feet with the mules. And that was drinking water that they schlepped along.
Yeah, I was out here. I used to do a lot of photography. I've been seeing some good shots out here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But usually the mornings and evenings are the best times because you get the shadows and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know, have you been up Dante's View yet?
No, we didn't get there yet.
Okay, well, the best time
So this is where the borax was refined. Here we are in Artist's Point. It's Artist Drive, and it'll get more colorful as we get closer to sunset. Funny looking rock. Looks like someone's sitting. They look very sedentary. And they're sedimentary also. This is still just the road getting towards Artist Palate. There's a cute raven. He was squawking away a minute ago. So here we are at Artist Palate, waiting for the sun to go down. We're right at the edge. So these intrepid hikers just climb down this this cliff.
Yeah.
Looks like it's getting a little brighter. So these folks saw the other ones run down the hill, so they came down.
Standing on the spine of the Black Mountains at Dante's View, the mountain range is one of a series of alternating and parallel north-south trending mountains and valleys forming what geologists call the Basin and Range geologic province. It stretches from Utah to California and from Idaho to Mexico. The Basin and Range topography reveals the story of the Earth's crust, stretched from east to west and cracking along north-south lines. Parts of the Earth were forced upward, forming mountain ranges, while others dropped, creating deep valleys. The floor of Death Valley is a dropped fault block that is also tilted to the east toward the Black Mountains. As the mountains rose upward, gravity and water began to wear them away, slowly filling in the valley floor with sediment. At the same rate, the mountains were uplifted.
A different view of the Badwater Basin. And this is Telescope Peak. So this is the area where the polygons were in Badwater Basin, and this is where I walked up to that part. So here we are in Zabriskie Point. where the flash floods will go through into the canyon.
Right at the post.
So it was borax that they were mining here. Getting some more contrast.
I'm using my sunset setting.
Ah. Now we're getting some contrast at Zabriskie Point. As we approach sunset, we're all waiting to see all the contrast in all the mountains. Here at Zabriskie's Point
So these are the pictures.
in Death Valley. Today is March 3rd, 2022.
You want to sit?
It was kind of like cattlemen, right?
So here we are in the Mesquite sand dunes of Death Valley. Today's March 4th, 2022. Now if I go further out, we'll see all the beautiful sand dunes with no footprints. But this part of the park has no actual path. You just walk around as you please. This is actually compressed sand in the sand dunes. It looks like pavement, but it breaks up real easily. Here we are in the ghost town of Rhyolite, Nevada. This used to be a mining town for rhyolite, but they also found gold and calcite. This is the schoolhouse. Here we are in the Museum of Rhyolite, the ghost town. And this is what rhyolite looks like. And this is calcite. Schoolhouse, different angle. They settled this town in the early 1900s. 10,000 people lived here, mining for gold as well as rhyolite. But after about 1911, everything went bankrupt and everybody moved out. There were 50 saloons. There were 18 churches, 1,000 3-story bank, and everything was abandoned and became a ghost town. This is the Hiram and Lyman Porter Brothers store. This was the store, and it was a chain. Anywhere there were gold mines and boom towns, they would set up shop. Eventually they went out of business when Rhyolite went out of business. So this is the Overbury Building. John Overbury, a native of Orange, New Jersey, moved here. This is the Cook Bank Building, 3 stories high. And this is the side of it. So after 2 years, after building this huge building with marble and banisters and all sorts of conveniences, it went bankrupt during the Knickerbocker crash of 1907. And then they had to sell off all the fixtures from the inside in 1910. This was the Rhyolite train station. They built it in 1906, and it was $130,000, the equivalent of $3,798,000 in 2021. But after the town went bust, someone put this up in the 1930s and made a casino out of it. And there were working women in the train ticket master's office. There were drinks and bar and other entertainment.